Okay, today's video is going to focus on how to write body paragraphs, and we're going to learn using the T.E.E.L system. So to briefly review our last video, we learned that an essay has 3 parts. These parts include an introduction, several body paragraphs, and a conclusion. And we're going to focus on what we can do during these body paragraphs. So we need a sample introduction to use, and we have one that's been prepared here. We have this question: Melbourne is the greatest city in the world. Discuss. And just hit pause for a moment and read through this introduction. You'll see it has 3 parts that want an introduction, a clear answer to the question, some background, and an outline of arguments. So hit pause now and read through it. You'll notice this last sentence tells us there will be 3 body paragraphs in this essay, one about Melbourne's entertainment industry, one about sporting events, and one about transport. So our first body paragraph is going to focus on Melbourne's sporting industry. And we're going to use the T.E.E.L method. So the T.E.E.L method, each of the letters represents one type of sentence and where that sentence appears in a paragraph, starting with a topic sentence. And this topic sentence will introduce the main idea, main topic, or maybe the main theme that this paragraph will focus on. And here's a topic sentence I've now prepared and pasted in. Melbourne is the best city in the world because of its entertainment industry. It makes it clear to my reader this paragraph is going to be about Melbourne's entertainment industry. I now need to do some explaining to analyse and explain to my audience why this is the case. And so I need to put in an explaining sentence. And this sentence I've pasted in explains why entertainment venues, like theatres or concert venues, tend to make people happy and contribute to the success of a city. I'd now like to show some specific evidence of entertainment venues in Melbourne. And so my next sentence is going to be about evidence or examples. And so I've grouped together 3 examples of venues in Melbourne: the Victorian State Theatre, the Palace Theatre, and the South Island Dance Hall, and used them to show examples of venues in Melbourne which host entertainment events. Finally, I want a link sentence, a sentence that will help make a transition to the next paragraph. And here we have a link sentence, and you can see it has 2 parts. The first part summarises the message that we've seen above. So, Melbourne has a vibrant entertainment industry, but the second part of this sentence links into the next paragraph, talking about Melbourne having a huge range of sporting venues. And so the reader is now aware that the next body paragraph is going to focus on sporting venues. So when you're writing a link sentence, try a sentence that has 2 parts. One part that summarises the main idea in the paragraph you've just written, a comma, and then a second part which introduces your reader to the main idea or topic in your subsequent or following body paragraph. The great thing about T.E.E.L is that you can move these E's around, so you can start with your evidence first and then explain the importance of your evidence. If we have a look a little further down, here's one I've prepared earlier. Same topic sentence about the entertainment industry in Melbourne. I then start with my evidence. So Melbourne has a number of entertainment venues, and there's 3 listed. And then I explain why those venues are important, because they attract people to the city and increase its livability. And for those who want to write some more complex and sophisticated paragraphs, there's no reason why you can't include more e-sentences. You can see from this model that we still have the same topic sentence, and then we lead with a piece of evidence followed by 2 sentences of explaining, another piece of evidence, 2 sentences of explaining, and then a link to our next paragraph. So depending on the type of essay you're writing, you can include as many e-sentences to fat up your content, or add more evidence or more explaining as you need to. And so regardless of how many e-sentences you have, make sure you begin with a clear topic sentence, finish with a clear link to the next paragraph, and have some evidence that you explain inside your paragraph. So that's the T.E.E.L structure of writing body paragraphs. Stay tuned for the next video looking at incorporating evidence into your body paragraphs.